What's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And today we're going to be reviewing like what I like to call them, the Picassos of the Godzilla figures. Today we're looking at the diamond reissue of the Marmit Godzilla 1984, and this is from the Godzilla Vinyl Wars line. Here's the header card that the figure came with in the bag. And this is the Diamond reissue. There are several variants of this guy out here, but the one that was reissued by Diamond has very nice blue and black gold variant. There is also a red variant out there, as well as a glowy, and I can't remember any of the other colors right offhand, but there are several variants of this figure out there. But this is the Diamond reissue. So again, this is from the Godzilla Vinyl Wars line, Godzilla 1984 Marmit Diamond reissue. So there's the header card, both front and back. Here's the bag that it came in. And that's enough about that. Let's get into this figure. Again, I like to call the Marmit figures the Picassos of the Godzilla, figure collection, pretty much. You can tell what they're trying to represent, but they're not accurate. They're deformed in a way. They're not, colored right. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by Picassos. And to me, that's what these figures kind of are out of all the Godzilla figures that there are. But you can definitely tell that this represents 1984. And not only does it represent 1984, I like to think, the way that the face looks and everything like that, this actually represents the, hope I'm saying the word right, the Cybot, which was the giant Godzilla 1984 that was, a robot pretty much upper half of Godzilla that was used in some scenes in the movies isn't the suit. It's actually a giant robot, pretty much. So I believe it's called the Godzilla 1984 Cybot. But just the way that the face sculpt is on this and the way it looks like it's not only representing Godzilla 1984, but it is representing the Cybot that was used for certain scenes, which is pretty cool. So let's get on into this awesome figure. Again, you can tell it's Godzilla 1984. That's what it's supposed to represent. But of course, it doesn't look accurate. I mean, it's not terrible. But, I mean, all the skin details there for Godzilla, very nice, scaly skin. Dorsal plates look very nice. Tail, again, just like the last Marmot, this tail, this is a little bit bigger of a figure, but the tail is still short and stubby. Legs very nice, just very nice, scaly skin all the way around. Again, the dorsal plates just look beautiful. Face very nicely well done. The eyes, the teeth, just everything definitely captures 1984 for sure. Again, not only can you tell it's 1984 suit, but it also, to me, it represents the Cybot that was used in the film. So, but that's pretty much it for detail. Basic Godzilla detail. Next, we'll move on to paint job. Paint job for this guy, he's pretty much black, blue, and gold. And of course, with, a little exception of white for the teeth. But then you can tell he's very shiny. He has a very glossy finish to him, and that definitely makes him stand out. And in the right type of lighting, especially if you take this figure outside or, in sunlight and everything, the blue can really stand out on this guy. You probably can't pick up the blue too well on this figure right now, but you can definitely tell that the blue highlights are there all around the figure. And then, of course, you have gold for the dorsal plates, gold for his claws on his hands and his feet, gold for the eyes, black pupils in there as well, and then, of course, white teeth. But, very nice paint job all the way around. Again, I couldn't really pass up this figure. I love Godzilla 1984, and, there's not a lot of Godzilla 1984 stuff out there. I mean, I don't even have the 25 centimeter or the 30 centimeter X Plus figure, but I think that 30 centimeter X Plus figure is going to get reissued by Diamond pretty soon, and it looks like it might even have either a closed jaw or the jaw will be on a hinge, so that's pretty cool. But I look forward to getting that in the future whenever they decide to release it. But, other than, this, the only 1984 figures that I have is pretty much the 50th anniversary memorial box 84. Was I saying 1954 or 1980? I don't know. Now I'm getting all mixed up in my words. If I was saying 1954, I'm sorry, but 1984. The only figures I have of 1984 are pretty much the 50th anniversary memorial box Bandai figure, the Marmot that I did a review on last week, and then this guy right here. I believe that's all the 1984 figures I have. I'm taking a look, gander around just to make sure I'm not, because again, I got a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of figures as a lot of other people do, but still, sometimes I have to take a gander. Sometimes I forget certain things. Nope, so that's it. That's all I got for 1984 figures, those 3 figures. So, anyway, but again, just your great paint job, great detail on this guy. I mean, I really dig it. Again, I couldn't pass up on this figure. Thank you, John Stanowski at Kaiju Addicts and Flossie's Gifts for getting me this guy. Well, you know, John at Flossie's Gifts got these guys in stock through. If you guys haven't checked it out already, go check it out right now or after you're done watching this video. Flossie's Gifts and Collectibles. He had that. John gets some SH Monster Arts. He gets some of the Diamond Reissue X Pluses as well as some of the Japanese import X Pluses. You got to pay a little bit more, but if you want the figure, it's kind of a nice way to get it. As well as autographs from the suit actors and the people that played in the movies. So John's got a nice selection of Godzilla collectible items. So again, check out Flossie's Gifts and Collectibles. If you already have it, check them out on Facebook and all that other jazz. But anyway, next on would be Articulation with this guy. Articulation with this guy, he has a little bit more than the last Marmit 84 that I reviewed. The head can pretty much turn left and right very nicely. You know, not any too stiff of joints on this guy. You know, you could probably get turned all the way around, but whatever. This isn't supposed to be Mecha Godzilla or anything like that. Arms, you can get them to go, both arms go up and down. And then, of course, legs, you can get them to, you know, kick out, step forward. Can't really get them to go back just because of the way the sculpt is. But again, these are Marmots. They're not really toy figures to be doing stop motion or playing with necessarily. And then, of course, the tail, you can get it to pretty much turn left, right, all the way around, whatever suits you best. So that's about it for this guy's articulation. He pretty much has the same articulation as pretty much any Godzilla Bandai figure almost. So next up is pretty much the last thing to go over. Again, I don't really scale the Marmots with other figures because, again, you're not going to be playing with these. You're not really going to be doing stop motion with these. Just like every Godzilla figure is, whether SH Monster Arts, Bandai, Giga Brain, Marmit, X Plus, Marmit Parababies, you know, so on and so forth. There's so many different figure lines for Godzilla figures. I mean, no matter what figure it is, they're always going to be a piece of art. Not only are they figures, but for us really hardcore collectors out there, these are pieces of art. We are buying artwork. We're not really buying toys. At least that's the way I look at it, me being a metal artist myself and welding. I like to think of my collection hobby. It's not toys. They're not action figures. These are literally pieces of art. And so, you know, that's what I do. That's what I go by these. And then, so scaling these particular figures with other figures, it is what it is. But just like I said in my last Marmit, my last Marmit Godzilla 84 figure review that I did last week, what I will do is I will give you the height and pretty much kind of tail width of this guy, just because there are collectors out there who they want to know scale of figures for other reasons besides, you know, sizing up with other figures or, you know, doing something stop motion or, you know what I mean? They want to know the size of the figure because maybe they have limited space. Maybe they want to get this figure, but they don't necessarily know the exact measurements of it. So doing reviews like this on this stuff, it gives these people who collect that way an idea if they can fit this figure into their collection or not. Because again, some people like to, you know, collect only small stuff. Some people like to collect, you know, medium-sized stuff. Some people like to collect, you know, the big giant X Plus stuff. Me, I pretty much got it all from SH Monster Arts, Bandai, Marmit, X Plus, and all those other lines that are out there, pretty much. But so I will scale it by giving you an exact measurement of this guy, or as close as I can anyway. This guy, at height-wise, he's a little over 9. You know, in between 9 and 9.5 inches. So that gives you about a height on this guy. You know, he's a little tall. You know, a little tall. Not too bad, though. And then width-wise, from the tips of his... I'm just going to go from the tips of his claws on his feet to pretty much the end of his tail. It looks to be about... I'm gonna go with 8 inches. So you got about, just a little over 9 inches, and then about 8 inches width. So that's how much you're dealing with here as far as, height and width, width on this guy. He's not going to take up too much shelf space, But again, some people like to know exact size because, again, maybe some people want to fit this figure into their collection, but they don't know exact size, or maybe this is something they want to collect, but they don't know the exact size. Again, people like to collect big, small, medium, whatever it is, and whatever they can like fit in their space. Because some people have an apartment, some people have a house. It all varies on how much space you have for stuff. So there's scaling for that guy. Now you know how tall and big he is, pretty much. So anyway, you guys, that about sums it up for this review. I went over everything: detail, paint job, articulation, and scaling. I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the Diamond reissue Marmit Godzilla 1984 from the Godzilla Vinyl Wars line. And that's vinyl, not final. Yeah, see what they did there? Anyway, you guys, is there anything I really want to say? Not at the moment right now. I had 900. Now, again, I don't care about subscribers. When I did this channel, I was doing this because I love the hobby. But I am going to say this. I had 901 subscribers. Now, I have 899. So I had 2 people unsubscribe from me. I'm not sure if I was going to do something special at 900 subscribers, but I was kind of thinking some ideas, and then I re-looked on my channel, and then I had 899. It's like 2 people like, come on, did you have to be such party poopers, whoever you were? Anyway, so let's get me over that 900. That way I can, start rethinking ideas again. And But so that was kind of a little bit of a downer. Again, when I did this channel, I didn't really go into it wanting subscribers, but I've gotten this far, and it's like, oh man, I'm actually pretty close to 900. That's pretty cool. Maybe I should think of something. And then I got to 901, and I was like, oh, I better think of something. And I was, and then it's like, oh, I'm 899. Well, okay, never mind. Anyway, I'm blabbering on now. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, on the Diamond reissue, Marmit Godzilla 1984 from the Godzilla Vinyl Wars line. Like always, we are Godzilla fan freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next figure review. Thank you for watching.